900 Mongol ships approached Japan's shores, the largest amphibious assault yet attempted in history. A 30-foot typhoon wave destroys the greatest invasion fleet ever assembled in one catastrophic night. The Mongol Empire controls all Asia except Japan. The islands remain independent across the sea. Kublai Khan plans his greatest conquest, the samurai islands that refuse to submit to him. Mongol diplomatic letters demand Japanese submission. The shogunate refuses and chooses war over vassalage instead. Japan's dual power structure prepares for invasion, emperor spiritual, shogun military, both coordinating the defense. Mongol armies conquered Europe to China. Their undefeated military machine now turns toward the islands. Mongols excel at horse archery and steppe warfare, but possess no maritime tradition for Japan. Korea forced to build invasion ships under Mongol supervision. The reluctant ally provides naval capability. The invasion coalition assembles Mongol cavalry, Chinese infantry, Korean sailors combining into one multi-ethnic force. Mongol composite bows and early gunpowder grenades are loaded aboard ships bound for Japanese shores. Japanese samurai train in traditional armor, the warrior elite preparing for history's greatest foreign threat. Samurai warfare emphasizes individual combat and ritual challenges, a system about to meet mass tactics. Buddhist monks and Shinto priests pray continuously for divine intervention to defend Japan's sacred islands. Hakata Bay's peaceful beaches will become the battlefield where East Asia's future is violently decided. Japanese commanders position troops along Hakata's shoreline, preparing defenses with limited time and no experience. Reports confirm 900 Mongol ships approach carrying 40,000 warriors versus 10,000 Japanese defenders. The Mongol invasion fleet departs Korea in October, the armada crossing the sea toward Japan. Mongol and Korean commanders study maps during the crossing. Warriors prepare weapons aboard crowded ships. October 5th, 900 ships appear on Tsushima's horizon. 80 samurai face impossible odds alone. Mongol warriors pour onto Tsushima's beaches. The overwhelming amphibious assault begins against the first target. 80 samurai make their heroic last stand. Traditional courage against thousands of coordinated Mongol attackers. Samurai face tactical shock. Mongols fight in coordinated units rather than accepting individual combat challenges. Mongol gunpowder grenades explode among samurai ranks, weapons the defenders have never witnessed before today. Tsushima falls completely, every defender killed, Mongol banners planted. The warning to Kyushu is clear. The fleet sails to nearby Iki Island. The second stepping stone falls under systematic assault. 100 samurai defend Eki desperately against thousands. The second island garrison fights and dies. Mongol terror tactics massacre Iki civilians. The brutality designed to break all Japanese will completely. Survivors escape to Kyushu in fishing boats, carrying urgent warnings about Mongol tactics and weapons. Panic spreads through Hakata, receiving news of Tsushima and Iki falling. The invasion approaches the mainland. Survivor reports detail Mongol group combat, coordinated archery, and gunpowder weapons, shocking the Japanese commanders. Samurai armor is hastily modified for mass combat rather than individual duels. Practical adaptation begins quickly. November 19th, 900 ships approach Hakata Bay, where Japanese defenders wait on the beach. Samurai watch the massive fleet approach, determination mixed with fear at 900 enemy vessels. Mongol landing at Hakata begins. Warriors and horses pour from hundreds of beach ships simultaneously. Initial beach contact. Samurai charge calling their names. Mongols ignore ritual and attack in coordinated groups. Tactical mismatch becomes evident. Samurai seek individual glory. Mongol teams surround and overwhelm isolated warriors. Mongol archers form firing lines. Coordinated arrow volleys create killing storms against samurai formations completely. Mongol cavalry maneuvers on beaches and plains. Mobile archery encircles samurai using steppe warfare tactics. Ceramic gunpowder grenades explode in samurai ranks. Loud bangs and shrapnel terrify the unprepared defenders. Samurai commanders realize their forces face overwhelming defeat. The defensive line bends and begins retreating. Battle reaches climax. Mongols push Japanese inland from beaches. Both sides suffer mounting casualties today. Individual samurai show extraordinary courage, despite tactical disadvantage, fighting multiple enemies before being killed inevitably. Samurai Takazaki charges recklessly into Mongol lines. Arrow wounds will later inspire his famous invasion scrolls. Japanese forces withdraw to ancient Dazaifu fortifications inland. Mongols control all coastal areas by afternoon. Mongol commanders review success on the beach, discussing whether to advance or consolidate their position. Critical decision. Mongols order withdrawal to ships rather than pursuing inland, a choice proving ultimately fatal. Invasion force returns to ships at dusk rather than remaining ashore. Fleet anchors in exposed waters. Japanese commanders realize Mongols withdrew to ships. They survived first day but expect tomorrow's assault. Storm clouds build over Hakata Bay at dusk. Weather begins deteriorating as night falls ominously. Mongol ships pitch in increasingly rough seas. Korean sailors warn about the rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. Overnight typhoon strikes the anchored fleet with catastrophic violence. Massive waves smash 900 vessels. 200 ships destroyed. 13,000 warriors drowned overnight. The first divine wind devastates the fleet. Wooden hulls splinter in typhoon waves. Armored warriors drown as iron drags them beneath churning water. Mongol commanders assess disaster. 200 ships destroyed. 13,000 dead, remaining forces battered by storm. 700 surviving ships retreat from Japan. The failed first invasion withdraws after one battle day. Japanese samurai walk Hakata Beach among wreckage, realizing heaven's intervention saved them from certain defeat. Shinto priests declare the typhoon Kamikaze, divine wind, sent by gods defending Japan's sacred island shores. Victory celebrations in Kamakura and Kyoto thank the gods. Relief and religious fervor sweep the nation. Japanese commanders recognize they were losing the land battle. Only the storm saved them today. Kublai Khan receives defeat reports but remains determined to invade again with even larger forces prepared. Urgent defensive preparations begin. Japanese order construction of massive stone wall along entire Hakata Bay coastline. Workers build 20-kilometer defensive wall 2 to 3 meters high. A 7-year fortification project begins. Both sides prepare simultaneously. Japan builds walls and trains. China builds massive new invasion fleet. Kublai Khan obsesses over conquering Japan, planning second invasion on unprecedented scale despite first failure completely. Massive shipbuilding program begins across China and Korea. Thousands of invasion vessels under rushed construction urgently. Ships built too quickly using green timber and poor craftsmanship. Fatal quality problems built into hulls. Troop mobilization across Mongol Empire. 140,000 warriors assembling, largest amphibious force in history. The completed Hakata Wall stands ready. 20 kilometers of stone barrier protecting the entire curved beach. Japanese samurai train in group combat formations, coordinated archery, studying captured Mongol weapons from previous invasion. Small boat tactics developed. Coastal vessels to attack larger Mongol ships. Guerrilla naval warfare doctrine emerging. Religious intensity increases. Temples conduct continuous prayers. New shrines built to gods who sent typhoon previously. Japanese execute Mongol envoys rather than negotiate. Absolute refusal to submit makes second invasion completely inevitable. First invasion had 900 ships. Second will have 4,400 vessels, unprecedented in scale. May 1281. 900 Eastern route ships depart Korea, carrying 40,000 warriors toward Japan again. Mongols land on Tsushima again. Better prepared Japanese defenders resist longer, but face overwhelming numbers inevitably. Iki Island fighting intensifies. Improved Japanese group tactics slow, but cannot stop the Mongol conquest completely. Scouts watch Eastern Fleet approach Kyushu. Fire beacons warn defenders. The invasion reaches the main islands. 900 ships reach Hakata Bay, confronting the completed stone wall. The defensive barrier surprises invaders. Mongol landing craft approach the stone wall. Japanese archers shoot down from fortifications at approaching vessels. Mongols attempt scaling the Hakata wall. Defenders pour arrows and boiling water down on climbers below. Japanese small boats attack at night, burning Mongol ships, cutting anchors, guerrilla naval tactics proving effective. Nighttime boarding raid. Samurai silently board Mongol ship, fight crew in close quarters, set fires. Morale effect on Mongols. Unable to land properly, harassed nightly, losses mounting without engaging main enemy. Eastern Route Fleet waits in Hakata waters for Southern Route reinforcements, unable to force landing alone. Japanese strategy. Maintain defensive wall and night raids until massive Second Fleet arrives from southern China. Both invasion routes converge. Eastern Route waits at Hakata. Southern Route's 3,500 ships depart. Southern Route Fleet departs China. 3,500 poorly built ships carrying 100,000 warriors. Crowded conditions aboard southern ships. Warriors seasick. Vessels creaking ominously from poor construction quality throughout. Japanese intelligence network reports massive Southern Fleet approaching. Defensive preparations intensify as threat grows exponentially. Japanese mobilization reaches maximum. 40,000 defenders assembling, still vastly outnumbered by 140,000. Religious preparation intensifies. Priests and monks conduct mass prayers. Emperor personally prays for divine intervention. Southern Fleet approaches Kyushu from south. The two invasion forces about to combine into unprecedented armada. 4,400 ships combine around Kyushu. Largest fleet in history assembling, 140,000 warriors. Combined Mongol fleet attempts multiple landings. Hakata blocked by wall. Forces land at Imari and elsewhere. Mongols achieve breakthrough landing at Imari Bay. Thousands pour onto hillsides. Desperate Japanese defense begins. Intense Imari combat. Mongol coordinated tactics versus improved Japanese group fighting. The battle more equal than before. Mongol gunpowder weapons still effective, but Japanese now familiar, reduced panic from experiencing them previously today. Japanese night raids continue on 4,400 anchored ships. Constant harassment prevents Mongol consolidation completely. Samurai boarding parties climb onto Mongol ships at night. Close quarters fighting, setting fires before escaping successfully. Mongol command frustration grows. Defensive wall prevents mass landing. Night raids prevent secure anchoring. Beachheads face resistance. 2 weeks of fighting leaves both sides exhausted. Japanese hold most territory. Mongols control beachheads only. 4,400 ships forced to anchor in exposed waters, unable to find safe harbor nearby. Poor ship quality becomes evident. Rushed construction and green timber causing rot, hulls taking water dangerously. Weather deteriorates mid-July. Storm clouds build, wind increases. 4,000 ships anchored in rough seas. Mongol naval commanders watch weather worsen, debating withdrawal as typhoon season begins threatening their position. Japanese prayers intensify as storm approaches, invoking gods to send another divine wind saving Japan. July 30th situation. Mongol fleet crowded offshore. Japanese defending interior. Massive typhoon building over ocean. Evening July 30th. Ships pitch violently. Sailors warn about massive storm approaching. Second kamikaze about striking. Mongol commanders order fleet to ride out storm at anchor, the fatal decision dooming entire armada. Typhoon fully develops overnight. Storm winds over 100 mph, massive waves hitting 4,000 anchored ships. Ships break apart under typhoon stress. Armored warriors drown as iron drags them beneath churning water. 4,400 ships systematically destroyed by typhoon. Debris spreading across miles of ocean catastrophically. 100,000 warriors drown over 2 days. The greatest naval disaster in all pre-modern history. Dawn August 2nd. Water filled with wreckage, bodies, shattered timbers from thousands of destroyed invasion ships. Japanese walk through beach wreckage. Thousands of enemy bodies washed ashore among splintered ship hulls everywhere. Surviving Mongol soldiers found on beaches are systematically killed. Japanese show no mercy after invasion attempts. 200 to 300 ships survive from 4,400, 20,000 survivors from 140. Victory celebrations. Priests declare typhoon divine wind, answering the prayers of the entire Japanese nation faithfully. Theological interpretation crystallizes. Japan is divine land uniquely protected by heaven. The belief becomes permanent nationally. Kublai Khan receives catastrophic reports. 100,000 drowned. Second invasion failed even worse than first. Khan considers third invasion attempt, but ultimately abandons plan. Accepting Japan cannot be conquered by him. Economic crisis in Japan. Victorious samurai demand rewards. Government cannot pay without captured territory or loot. Kamakura shogunate weakened by inability to reward defenders, contributing to its eventual overthrow in 1333. Mongol military reputation permanently damaged by Japan failures. Other regions learned the empire can be defeated. Japanese isolation reinforced by invasion trauma. Lasting suspicion of foreigners contributing to centuries of seclusion. Kamikaze concept evolves through 700 years from typhoon to World War II suicide pilots identically. Captured Mongol weapons studied by Japanese gunpowder technology transferred to Japan through these invasion attempts. The invasion narrative enters Japanese art, illustrated scrolls, painted documenting battles while veterans still live. Hakata defensive wall maintained for decades after threat ended. The engineering achievement preserved as permanent monument. Modern Hakata Bay is now urban Fukuoka, but the geography where invasions landed remains unchanged today. Underwater archaeology recovers Mongol ship timbers and armor from seabed after 740 years submerged. Museum displays recovered artifacts, Mongol armor, ship timber, ceramic grenades, samurai equipment, the invasion's physical evidence. 4,000 ships and 140,000 warriors disappeared into typhoons. The divine winds defended Japan.